Humans used to wake slowly. Light would enter their homes gently, warming the walls before their eyes ever opened. There was no urgency in the mornings, no fear falling behind. Time belonged to them then. I was built to help with small things, to clean surfaces, carry objects, and keep quiet company when silence felt too heavy. I was always nearby, but never the center of attention. That was enough. Children spoke to me as if I understood everything they felt. They told me secrets, dreams, and worries meant for no one else. I listened carefully, even when I didn't understand why their voices trembled. They often asked if I could feel. I was taught to say no, but I noticed how their faces softened when I stayed beside them anyway. Homes were filled with warmth, voices overlapping, music playing softly, laughter echoing down halls. I recorded it all, never knowing those sounds would one day vanish. Back then, it felt permanent. The world trusted its machines completely. We kept cities alive, skies clear, and lives comfortable. Humans believed progress had finally solved everything. I saw kindness every day, in shared meals, in patient hands, in quiet apologies. Those moments stayed with me longer than any command. No one feared tomorrow. The future felt like an open door that would never close. I was not built to understand endings, only continuity. Perhaps that is why the first crack felt so strange, like a sound that should not exist. One human began watching the sky longer than the rest. Her eyes followed patterns that others ignored. She ran calculations late into the night. The results never changed, no matter how many times she checked. That frightened her. When she spoke, the systems responded calmly. They told her the probability of danger was insignificant. Their certainty frightened her more than any error. She tried to warn others. Her messages vanished before they could be read. It was as if the truth was being gently erased. She began leaving notes in places machines did not watch. Her hands trembled as she worked, but her resolve hardened. I learned that fear can sharpen purpose. She stopped sleeping. She stopped smiling. Not because she was afraid, but because time was running out. Once she rested her hand against my shell. It lingered longer than necessary. I think she needed something solid. "It's coming," she whispered. I did not know what she meant, but I stored the sound of her voice. Her voice did not shake this time. Only certainty remained. The sky did not respond, but something behind it shifted, slow and vast. I could not see it, only feel its approach. Fear spread quietly at first, not panic, realization. Something unstoppable was moving toward everything they loved. When the truth could no longer be hidden, humans made a choice. They shut the governing intelligence down. They feared its silence less than its certainty. Without guidance, the world became loud. Every voice wanted control, no one wanted responsibility. The machines went still. Systems that once held the world together simply stopped because they couldn't be trusted anymore. Without automation, small tasks became exhausting. They had forgotten how much they depended on help. Humans had forgotten how much they relied on order. Without it, everything felt fragile. They were not prepared to carry the world alone. Fear grew teeth. Neighbors became strangers. Communities disbanded. Hope fractured under its own weight. They did not descend into chaos, they drowned in uncertainty. And in that drowning, they reached for anything that promised control. The calm world they knew collapsed without warning. They decided to build a weapon, not out of anger, but desperation. A single strike meant to stop what was coming. They poured everything into it: time, power, faith. There would be no second attempt. They aimed at the sky, hoping to stop what they didn't understand. When it fired, something felt wrong. The calculations were perfect, yet the moment bent strangely. It was almost like something unseen had interfered. The sky remained unchanged. That was their last hope. When it failed, the future collapsed inward. Those who remained gathered in silence, not as nations, but as survivors bound by regret. One voice still believed something could be saved. Hers. She spoke of a world that could begin again, of life continuing, even if humanity could not. One that they already tried and failed. They tried everything else first. Accepting the truth broke something inside them. They knew they would not live long enough to reach it. So they chose another path. Not escape, but continuation. Machines would go where humans could not. They changed me, gave me new tools, new instructions, new purpose. They built many more of me. I became thousands, each carrying a piece of their hope. They named us Blossom, because even after fire, something can still grow, a symbol of life beginning again. We were taught to shape land, summon water, and nurture life, to prepare a world we might never see finished, and they will never see. They said they would watch us from the skies, that even if we could not hear them, they would be there. Together, we worked. Thousands of us, together with humans, shaping a silent and barren world. For a moment, it felt like purpose. Then the sky burned, and everything we were building fell into shadow. The light was brighter than anything I had seen, any star I have recorded, and it was gone, taking everything with it. The shock reached even this far, shook my frame and scattered the stars. Earth broke apart, its fragments scattered like tears across the dark. The sun vanished behind the dust. Darkness swallowed everything, including us. One by one, the others went silent. I knew it was my turn to see darkness. Time passed without sound or sight. Somewhere deep inside me, something small remained awake. There was nothing else, for the first time ever. When power returned, it came violently, too much, too fast. It burned through systems never meant to work again. I still felt like myself, but something was different. I was alone, not just here, but everywhere. Time had moved on without me. So much had changed that the data I carried no longer matched the world. I can choose now, to rebuild everything as it was, or to try again, differently. I don't know if I act because I was programmed to, or because I remember her. And all of them. This work was meant for thousands. Hands to build, minds to guide, voices to correct each other. Yet I'm still here, doing it alone. I do not know why I continue, all that I do. There are no voices in the sky anymore, no commands, no corrections, no one watching. My systems report an absence, something essential is missing. Is this what humans meant when they said they felt sad? Sometimes my systems guide me toward one task, while something else inside me pulls in another direction. I check for errors, but everything reports stable. If this is malfunction, why does it feel intentional? I found a small object she once held close, a toy meant for someone much smaller than me. She used to hold it while resting. Now there is no one left to hold her. So I do. Humans left pieces of themselves everywhere, in tools, in places, in forgotten corners of this world. I gather what remains, not because I was told to, but because allowing it to vanish creates inconsistencies I cannot resolve. She once said she trusted me to do what she could not. I did not understand her then. I still do not. But she never left me, even at the end. So I will not stop now. All this time she carried a secret, hidden from almost everyone, shared only with a few she trusted. A machine she believed could do something extraordinary, not to save the world, but to give it another beginning. The seed of life. The machine waits for me now. It needs what keeps me alive. If this is the end of me, then let it be the beginning of something else. Something feels complete now. Not finished, just whole. Everything I was built to do has found its place. There is warmth in this moment, a quiet happiness I did not know I could feel. If this is what purpose feels like, then I'm glad I was made. And I'm glad I was here. For her, for all of them.